Hello, beautiful Libra. Today, the alignment of the energies brings you a deeply important message for June 16th and 17th, 2026, a moment where everything is slowly beginning to shift toward clarity, even if at first it may feel uncertain or emotionally unsettled. There is a powerful transition unfolding around you, almost like an emotional storm gently moving across the sky, allowing something more honest, open, and real to gradually surface beneath it. You may find yourself moving through a mixture of frustration, emotional heaviness, and a quiet but persistent inner need for clarity, as though something within your relationships or inner emotional world is steadily rising to be understood and acknowledged. It can feel like emotions or unspoken truths are no longer staying hidden within you, but instead slowly pushing upward, asking to be seen, felt, and given space. In this space, the universe is softly but firmly guiding you toward a truth that has been present for some time, one that carries the potential to shift your perspective in a meaningful way and bring a deeper sense of emotional freedom. This energy may feel overwhelming at certain moments, especially when it touches close relationships, ongoing emotional tension, or situations where you have felt limited, uncertain, or emotionally restrained in some way. However, this is not simply about endings or separation, but more about a deep inner transformation, where emotional boundaries are being gently redefined and you are being guided toward what feels truly aligned with your inner truth. Through this unfolding process, there is a quiet restructuring taking place within you that supports greater honesty, balance, and emotional stability moving forward. Your intuition feels especially heightened during this period, almost like an inner voice that becomes clearer, stronger, and more difficult to ignore with each passing moment. When something feels misaligned, it becomes important to observe it with care rather than overlook it. And when emotions have been held back for too long, this is the time when they begin to move more naturally, allowing themselves to be expressed with greater honesty and ease. There is a noticeable sense of emotional release unfolding that helps you reconnect more deeply with what you truly feel beneath the surface layers. There may be an important conversation approaching you, especially involving someone with whom you share a meaningful and emotionally significant connection. This person may reach a point where what has remained unspoken can no longer be contained, and the pressure of everything that has been building quietly begins to surface in a more direct and open expression. Something that was once held in silence is now slowly moving into words, creating a moment of emotional clarity and understanding between you. They may come forward with a confession, an apology, or an explanation that brings new light to their recent actions or behavior. And even if their words feel unexpected or emotionally intense, they also carry the potential to help you understand the deeper emotional layers of this connection with more clarity. In this process, you are gently reminded that you are never required to accept anything that feels below your emotional value or personal standards, no matter how the situation unfolds or how strongly it is presented. At the same time, there is a possibility that the past may resurface in some form, as someone from an earlier chapter of your life may reach out with the intention of reconnecting. This moment carries a quiet but meaningful test within it, inviting you to recognize how much you have grown and to reflect on whether revisiting this energy truly supports your higher direction or simply draws you back into something you have already outgrown and moved beyond. In your professional environment, it becomes especially important to move with awareness, patience, and emotional restraint, as the surrounding energy related to communication and decision-making may feel sensitive, reactive, or easily misunderstood. This is not a favorable moment for rushed choices or unnecessary risks, as a more thoughtful, steady, and grounded approach will guide you towards stronger and more stable outcomes in the days ahead. If this message resonates with you, you can support the energy and help this space continue to grow by leaving a donation through the link in the description. Your support truly helps keep these intuitive messages flowing for those who need guidance and clarity. Today carries a kind of energy that gently reminds you that each person will eventually face the natural consequences of their own choices. Even when your heart is deeply guided by empathy and understanding, there comes a point where you realize you can no longer continue carrying the weight of everyone else's burdens or solving every struggle for those who place their full trust in you. This awareness does not arrive in a harsh way, but instead settles within you as a quiet and steady understanding that slowly brings more inner balance and peace. As you slowly begin to release the constant urge to step in and fix everything happening around you, a new kind of inner space gradually starts to open within your life, allowing you to return more fully to your own path with a clearer sense of presence and direction. At first, this may feel like a subtle life lesson unfolding quietly through ordinary daily moments, almost unnoticeable in its movement. Yet over time, it gently builds into a deeper and more stable peace that begins to settle within you. This shift does not arrive in a sudden way, but its presence is steady, and its effect becomes increasingly grounding as it integrates into your inner world. Even when unexpected situations appear outside the plans you have carefully created or prepared for, there is a soft and steady encouragement to remain open and observant, especially if you sense that something within those moments may actually support your personal growth. Not every disruption carries a heavy or negative meaning, and some of them arrive quietly disguised as possibilities that only reveal themselves when you allow yourself to look beyond the surface of what is immediately visible. In this way, what initially feels uncertain or disruptive can slowly begin to unfold into a different direction that you may not have considered before. There's also a gentle and consistent focus being drawn toward your living space and the energy that surrounds it, as though your external environment is mirroring your inner emotional state more closely than usual. If you've been thinking about making your surroundings feel more comfortable, more peaceful, or more aligned with the way you want to feel internally, this is a supportive and harmonious time to begin those gradual changes. Even simple adjustments such as refreshing fabrics, reorganizing small details, or adding subtle decorative touches can meaningfully shift the atmosphere around you into something lighter, calmer, and more naturally flowing. Your natural sense of discretion, thoughtful awareness, and respectful communication is also being highlighted as a quiet but deeply valuable strength within you. This quality allows others to feel safe and comfortable placing their trust in you, especially in professional environments or collaborative situations where reliability, consistency, and integrity are highly important. Because of this steady presence you carry, new opportunities and doors may gradually open in the future through connections that recognize the stability and sincerity you naturally embody. There is also a growing sense that a deeper cycle of closure and renewal is unfolding within your life, as though a long period of internal pressure and emotional heaviness is slowly beginning to loosen and release. The weight of past worries, restless thoughts, and repeating mental scenarios that once felt overwhelming are gradually dissolving, creating more space and openness within your mind. This process does not rush or force itself forward, but instead unfolds steadily, gently transforming the way you experience your inner emotional landscape. You are not moving forward as someone who has been defeated or diminished, but rather as someone who has learned endurance through quiet strength, lived experience, and moments of inner resilience. Now you are stepping into a more composed, grounded, and centered version of yourself, where calm confidence begins to replace internal uncertainty. This is a moment where you are encouraged to rise with a steady sense of inner authority that does not need to be forced or proven outwardly, because it naturally comes from what you have already lived through. The energies surrounding you at this time are blending intuitive awareness with a subtle yet powerful push toward forward movement, inviting you to trust your attention to detail while also staying open to sudden shifts that may gently redirect your path. There is a merging here of sensitivity and transformation, where perception and change begin to work together in shaping new possibilities that feel both dynamic and balanced. This creates a flowing yet grounded energy that influences how you make decisions moving forward. At the same time, there is a noticeable sense of mental clarity and quicker movement entering your experience, where situations that once felt delayed, paused, or stagnant may now begin to progress with greater speed and ease. You may receive direct communication, new ideas, or encounters with individuals who approach you with clear and honest intentions, and while this can feel energizing and activating, it is important to remain steady within yourself and avoid reacting too quickly in ways that could disturb your inner balance. This awareness allows you to stay grounded even as external circumstances begin to shift more rapidly. This forward-moving momentum can be used to gently clear confusion in both work-related and personal areas of life, as long as you take a moment to ensure that your choices remain aligned with your personal values, standards, and long-term direction. Progress is available to you now in a more tangible way, but it unfolds most effectively when guided by focused intention rather than pressure, urgency, or emotional reactivity. In this way, patience, awareness, and inner steadiness become your strongest allies throughout this phase. There is also a soft encouragement to reconnect with yourself through comfort, care, and appreciation of simple, quiet beauty, allowing more space for rest, emotional ease, and inner restoration. Financial or material improvements may begin to feel closer during this period, possibly unfolding through collaboration, shared ideas, or opportunities that slowly take shape in practical and grounded ways over time. These developments may not rush, but they carry meaningful potential as they gradually become more real and structured. This phase also supports a quieter and more stable form of productivity, where your sense of inner security and self-worth begins to grow in parallel with your external progress and achievements. At the same time, subtle shifts in work, finances, or overall direction may start to become more visible, offering you multiple paths that can be thoughtfully observed and carefully considered. Each direction carries its own tone and energy, inviting you to choose with awareness rather than haste or emotional pressure. Trusting the natural timing of events becomes especially important during this period, as your consistent effort, combined with external support and alignment, can open the way for meaningful progress to unfold more naturally. Alongside this, there is a gentle sense of healing after a period of difficulty, where emotional clarity slowly returns and inner doubt begins to soften and lose its intensity. This creates more space for emotional ease, understanding, and internal balance to re-establish itself. Within this entire unfolding process, honesty and fairness continue to play an essential role, ensuring that what you have given, invested, or shared over time will eventually return to you in a balanced, meaningful, and appropriate way. It is also important to remain mindful of your physical state, especially any signs that may reflect accumulated stress or internal pressure building gradually over time. This awareness helps you maintain harmony between your inner emotional world and your external responsibilities. Physical discomfort may sometimes be connected not only to external circumstances, but also to emotional tension that has been carried quietly and consistently for too long without full release. When stress accumulates within the emotional system, it can influence the body's natural balance and affect its ability to regulate itself smoothly, making it especially important during this period to remain aware of your emotional state and give yourself space to process what you feel. It is important not to suppress thoughts or emotions that feel uncomfortable, because when they are held inside for too long, they gradually begin to accumulate into an internal weight that can quietly influence your overall well-being over time. There is also a strong sense that Jupiter's energy is actively moving through your field during this period, bringing certain situations, emotions, and realizations up to the surface in a way that makes them impossible to ignore and ready to be faced with greater awareness and clarity. This is a phase where expressing what you truly feel at the right moment and in a balanced and thoughtful way can help release internal pressure and gently free you from what has been silently restricting your emotional flow for some time. As you allow your inner voice to come forward more naturally and without resistance, it creates a wider inner space within you where clarity can settle more deeply, emotional release can unfold more gently, and a stronger sense of internal balance can gradually take root. In your professional life, your ability to remain organized, focused, and disciplined in your responsibilities places you in a position where additional responsibilities or higher expectations may naturally be directed toward you as others recognize your reliability. There is also a meaningful possibility that recognition, advancement, or even promotion may be considered for you during this phase, as your consistency and steady performance continue to stand out in a noticeable way. Your punctuality, reliability, and consistent efficiency are qualities that strongly support your position and continue working in your favor in both subtle and visible ways. This is also a highly favorable moment for achieving concrete, tangible results and for making grounded, practical decisions that remain aligned with your long-term direction, goals, and personal structure. Because of this, it becomes especially important to remain aware of emotional fluctuations or scattered thought patterns that could potentially interfere with your focus or productivity if left unchecked. Maintaining a steady and centered focus will allow you to fully take advantage of the momentum that is currently available and actively unfolding around you in a supportive way. If you are currently developing a project connected to financial independence or long-term stability, the timing feels particularly aligned and supportive for meaningful progress to take place. You are being encouraged to move forward with confidence, trusting the process more deeply and allowing yourself to work with this forward-moving energy while it remains present and accessible. There is also gentle guidance toward connecting with groups, communities, or environments that share similar goals, values, or ambitions, as being surrounded by like-minded individuals can significantly strengthen your motivation and accelerate your personal progress. If such people are not easily accessible in your immediate surroundings, there is encouragement to seek out spaces, events, or discussions where these types of meaningful connections can naturally form, especially in areas related to business, development, or long-term growth. In the financial and material aspects of life, there is a supportive, energetic flow favoring gradual improvement, stability, and steady movement toward more positive outcomes. You are encouraged to remain open to opportunities that feel aligned with timing that may seem almost natural or synchronistic, rather than forced or overly pursued through pressure. Your practical and grounded mindset gives you a clear advantage in recognizing value in situations or opportunities that others may easily overlook or underestimate. This awareness becomes especially important as momentum continues to build in your material world, where ideas and intentions are beginning to transition more quickly and smoothly into real action and tangible results. There may be unexpected offers or collaborative opportunities that carry meaningful potential, particularly when approached with careful judgment, patience, and clear discernment. While these opportunities may feel promising and encouraging, it remains essential not to rush forward impulsively, but instead allow thoughtful reflection and analysis to guide your decisions in a steady way. Growth during this period is also strongly supported through consistent, patient effort, especially in areas that have already been developing gradually over time. This reinforces the understanding that patience combined with persistence often leads to more stable, lasting, and sustainable results than actions driven by urgency or impulse. There is also a reminder to move carefully and consciously in financial matters, placing emphasis on long-term stability, security, and structure rather than short-term gain or immediate outcomes. Planning, organization, and moderation all work together to create a clearer and more stable path toward financial balance and grounded security. At the same time, there is a quiet yet steady sense of hope and positive potential surrounding your financial environment, as if things are gradually aligning in the background, even if the movement is subtle at first. This suggests that continued effort, patience, and focused consistency can slowly but surely attract more favorable outcomes as time unfolds. There is also a deepening sense of trust forming within you that your consistency, integrity, and dedication will not go unnoticed, but will eventually be acknowledged and rewarded in ways that feel both meaningful and lasting. Within your relationships and personal connections, there is a strong and consistent emphasis on honesty, fairness, and balanced emotional exchange, ensuring that effort, intention, and emotional investment are recognized and respected in a way that feels stable, mutual, and reciprocal. At the same time, it becomes important to stay mindful of how emotional stress does not only remain in the mind, but can also gradually manifest through the physical body, which is why paying attention to subtle signals from your body becomes increasingly important. This awareness helps you stay more connected to your internal state, instead of ignoring what it may be trying to communicate. When emotional tension is held in for too long without release, it can slowly begin to affect both mental clarity and physical balance, creating a sense of inner pressure that builds quietly over time. This is why awareness, gentle emotional expression, and allowing yourself moments of release become especially important during this phase of inner processing and self-understanding. There is a strong and gentle sense that today carries a very beautiful and uplifting energy for you, creating a softer emotional atmosphere that naturally supports connection, understanding, and harmony within your family dynamics. Within this space, there is a feeling of warmth and emotional openness, along with the potential for deeper harmony to unfold in a steady and organic way over time. Emotional connections feel more receptive and open, allowing shared moments to strengthen bonds and create meaningful memories that may continue to grow in significance in the future. There is also a nurturing and supportive influence present that encourages affection, appreciation, and small yet meaningful gestures between family members, helping to deepen emotional recognition, care, and closeness within your home environment. These simple but sincere expressions of connection play an important role in building a stronger sense of mutual understanding and emotional safety among those closest to you. At the same time, there is gentle guidance encouraging you to take initiative within family matters when needed, especially in situations where structure, direction, or clarity may help bring more balance. Approaching certain situations with calm awareness and thoughtful intention can help things flow more smoothly, reducing unnecessary tension and creating a more stable emotional environment for everyone involved. It is also important to approach differences with patience, compassion, and understanding, as these qualities play a key role in maintaining peace within shared relationships. When each person feels genuinely heard, acknowledged, and respected, it naturally becomes easier to maintain emotional balance and create harmony within the family dynamic without forcing resolution. There is a growing sense of positive movement unfolding within your family circumstances, as those situations that once felt uncertain, delayed, or emotionally stagnant are now slowly beginning to shift toward more stable, supportive, and harmonious outcomes. Within this transition, moments of connection, shared joy, or even unexpected good news may gently elevate the emotional atmosphere, helping family members feel closer, more aligned, and more united in their experiences. Alongside this, a deeper and more subtle layer of healing energy is quietly present within the home environment, suggesting that past tensions, emotional misunderstandings, or unresolved feelings within the family may gradually begin to soften, ease, and gently dissolve over time. This ongoing process supports the rebuilding of trust, the restoration of emotional closeness, and a return to connection that feels more sincere, grounded, and genuinely stable for everyone involved. Within this unfolding dynamic, fairness and open communication are emphasized as essential foundations, ensuring that emotional balance is maintained and that each person is given the space and safety to express their thoughts, feelings, and inner experiences without pressure, suppression, or judgment. This creates a more understanding, supportive, and emotionally secure environment within the home, where honesty can exist naturally without disturbing the overall harmony. In terms of your overall energetic state, there is a strong and steady presence of vitality, mental clarity, and inner alertness available to you throughout this period. Even if moments of emotional heaviness, sensitivity, or quiet sadness arise later in the day, they are temporary in nature and do not define the broader flow of your energy, so they do not need to be given excessive weight or influence over your perspective. The key focus during this time is to remain grounded and aware, using your clarity of mind to carefully observe and evaluate situations as they arise, especially when it comes to recognizing opportunities that truly support your long-term well-being, stability, and personal direction. This level of awareness allows you to respond with thoughtful discernment rather than emotional reaction, helping you stay aligned with what genuinely serves you. It is also important to avoid emotional withdrawal or isolation, as maintaining healthy connection with others plays a vital role in preserving your inner balance, emotional stability, and overall sense of support. At the same time, being mindful of your communication style is equally necessary. since overly sharp, reactive, or unfiltered expression may unintentionally create distance, misunderstanding, or emotional tension within your relationships. For those currently engaged in learning, study, or academic development, this is a highly supportive and favorable period for expanding knowledge, strengthening understanding, and building new skills with greater consistency and depth. Guidance from experienced individuals may prove especially valuable during this time, and when combined with your own independent research and effort, it can significantly deepen comprehension and accelerate personal growth. There is also a gentle encouragement to surround yourself with people who inspire progress, motivation, and personal development, especially those who have already walked paths similar to the one you are now beginning to explore. Being in such an environment can naturally accelerate your growth, reinforce your direction, and help sustain your motivation over time in a more stable way. You're encouraged to use this current momentum to structure your study time more effectively and move steadily toward your educational or personal goals, which continue to show strong, stable, and promising potential for long-term development and success. In terms of compatibility and emotional resonance, there is a meaningful and layered connection present today with 3 distinct types of energy, each offering a different form of emotional support and guidance. One brings comfort and reassurance during challenging moments, gently reminding you that you are not alone in what you are experiencing. Another encourages motivation, inspiration, and mutual upliftment through shared understanding, and the third offers a softer, more healing presence that gently helps release emotional heaviness through simple, sincere, and heartfelt connection. This overall energetic flow serves as a gentle reminder that love is not limited only to romantic expression, but exists in many different forms and naturally flows through all types of human relationships. It is a universal force that connects people in diverse and meaningful ways, helping to create emotional balance, healing, and a deeper sense of unity and understanding between individuals. There is also a sense of appreciation being quietly expressed for your presence, attention, and engagement with this message, as it carries value not only for you personally, but also for others who may resonate deeply with its meaning. The intention behind this message is to provide clarity, comfort, and emotional support, rather than to direct, control, or define your personal path in any way. You are gently encouraged to hold on to what feels meaningful, aligned, and supportive for you, while allowing everything else to naturally pass without resistance, trusting your own intuition to guide you toward what is truly relevant for your journey at this time. If this message has brought you something positive, you are warmly invited to support it by liking and subscribing, so that more daily messages filled with light, reflection, and uplifting energy can continue to be shared consistently. Thank you sincerely for your trust and presence, and may your day unfold with peace, love, emotional clarity, and gentle blessings.